Hello friends, how are you all? Today, I'm talking about Meenakshi Thapa. This story begins in Prayagraj, one of the holiest cities in Uttar Pradesh, also known as Allahabad. In Prayagraj, there is a place called Darbhanga Colony. Within this colony was a bungalow known as Gulati Bungalow. This place was eerily silent, with no one coming or going. It was a deserted location. One day, suddenly, some people entered this deserted bungalow. It was April 17, 2012. Among those who entered were police officers from both Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, along with some other people. They were all looking for something. The Maharashtra police had traveled a long way, and the local police were assisting them. The Maharashtra police knew exactly where to find what they were looking for. All the people entered the bungalow, walked through the door, and reached the backyard. After arriving, a senior officer from the Maharashtra police pointed towards a corner. The police had also brought along some laborers who immediately started digging at the indicated spot. Upon digging, they discovered a septic tank. Inside the septic tank, the police found what they had come so far to retrieve. As they pulled it out of the tank, the police were horrified. They had come for this, but it wasn't what they had expected. What they found was the torso of a girl. They had found the body, but the head was missing. It was an incomplete body, making it impossible to identify without the face. There was also doubt whether this was the body they were looking for or someone else's. After this, the senior officer from Maharashtra instructed another officer to bring in 2 people. The police had brought along 2 other individuals, one man named Amit Jaiswal and a woman named Preeti Shurndra. Amit Jaiswal was a lawyer by profession, but was heavily influenced by the glamour of Bollywood. He wanted to work in Bollywood. Although he was from Prayagraj and married with a wife, around 2010 to 11, Amit Jaiswal left everything behind and moved to Mumbai to try his luck in films. He would sometimes get minor roles in movies, making a living that way. Preeti Shurndra was also a struggling actor like Amit, taking on minor roles in films. She too was from Prayagraj and moved to Mumbai with Amit Jaiswal in search of work. They would often visit film sets, hoping to get roles and trying to network with directors and producers, hoping for an opportunity in a future film. Just like Amit and Preeti, they would go to various film shootings with the hope of landing a significant role someday. From the story, they learned about a film shoot happening at a certain location. The movie was called Heroine, directed by Madhur Bhandarkar, a renowned Bollywood director, and starred famous actors like Kareena Kapoor and Arjun Rampal. Amit and Preeti thought they should try their luck there, hoping for a chance to work alongside big stars. With this thought, they went to the Heroine film shoot. They even managed to get minor roles in the film. During the shooting, they met a girl named Meenakshi Thapa, who was also playing a small role in the film. Meenakshi Thapa's family belonged to Nepal, but they lived in Dehradun, where she was born and raised. She had completed her studies there and held a degree in aviation, aspiring to build a career in the aviation field. Her future seemed bright. Her brother was in the army, her father worked for Ankh Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, and her mother was a housewife. They were a small middle-class family. Meenakshi was also passionate about dancing, acting, and modeling. She was doing well, but also wanted to try her hand in films. Her family was supportive of her dreams, so they sent her to Mumbai to pursue them. Like other struggling actors in the city of dreams, Mumbai, Meenakshi wandered around giving auditions and trying to get roles in films. Sometimes she would get minor roles, sometimes not. She began her acting career in 2011 with a horror film called 404, in which she played a small role. After that, she got a role in a movie called Paku. Her third film was Heroine *, directed by Madhur Bhandarkar, where she had a small part. It was during the shooting of Heroine * that she met Amit Jaiswal. They had a brief conversation, and then Amit introduced her to his girlfriend, Preeti Shurndra. To impress Meenakshi, Amit claimed to know many big directors and producers, boasting connections in the Bhojpuri film industry. Preeti supported Amit's lies, as she also wanted to create a good impression. However, all their claims were false. They were struggling in the film industry, barely getting by, and occasionally landing small roles in movies. Hearing their stories, Meenakshi also lied, claiming to belong to a royal family from Nepal and that acting was just a hobby. She had come to Mumbai only for fun, not out of necessity. This led to the three of them exchanging phone numbers. Since Amit had a girlfriend, Meenakshi didn't hesitate to befriend him. The three became friends and started meeting at coffee shops and other places. Meenakshi believed that Amit and Preeti would help her get good roles in films and fulfill her dreams. Meanwhile, Amit and Preeti began to think that Meenakshi was indeed from a royal family and a wealthy background. They thought she could provide them with money whenever they needed it. This lie gave them both high hopes. Amit and Preeti weren't getting much work in films, and it was difficult for them to make ends meet. But when they met Meenakshi, they devised a sinister plan to extort money from her. In the first week of March, Amit tells Meenakshi that she has a big role in a Bhojpuri film and that the film is being made by a well-known banner. If she wants the role, she needs to go to Gorakhpur, Uttar Pradesh. Meenakshi, who was idle after not finding any work, decided to act in a Bhojpuri film. She agreed to go with Amit and Preeti to Gorakhpur. In March, Amit, Preeti, and Meenakshi went to the railway station to catch their train. Meenakshi's friend came to see them off. The three of them traveled from Mumbai to Prayagraj, where Amit and Preeti had a house. From there, they planned to proceed to Gorakhpur. Meenakshi had no issues with this plan and did not question it. In Prayagraj, they stayed at a Bengali house, Gulati Bangla, where Preeti's father, Shirndra, was the watchman. On the day they arrived in Prayagraj, Preeti's father was going to the village. Before leaving, he saw Amit, Preeti, and Meenakshi together. The house was now empty, and the caretaker of the house was leaving, so Preeti arranged for them to stay there. On March 13, 2012, the three of them moved into Gulati Bangla. Meenakshi used to call her mother daily and update her on everything, including the role she got and other details. She had also told her mother that she was going with Amit and Preeti to Gorakhpur for a Bhojpuri film. After moving into the Bangla on March 13th, Meenakshi called her mother. However, on March 14th, she did not speak to her mother. When her mother called in the evening, Meenakshi did not answer. On March 15th, Meenakshi did not call her mother either. And when her mother called again, her daughter did not respond. Meenakshi's brother, who was also at home, became worried. When they could not reach Meenakshi by phone, her mother informed her brother. He called Meenakshi's friends in Mumbai, who said she might be on location for a shoot and that there could be network issues. This reassured the brother and mother somewhat, as they thought she was busy with shooting. On March 17, 2012, Meenakshi's mother received a message from Meenakshi's phone demanding rupee 15 lakh to keep her alive. Another message threatened to make an obscene film of Meenakshi and viral it online if they reported to the police. This message terrified her mother, who informed her son. That same day, Meenakshi's brother traveled to Mumbai and met with her friends, who said they had dropped her off at the railway station. They mentioned that Meenakshi was going for a Bhojpuri film role. The brother told the mother what he found out. The family had not been wealthy, so they could only transfer rupee 60,000 to Meenakshi's account as demanded. The kidnappers continued to demand money through Meenakshi's phone and bank account. By March 19th, the brother had the courage to file a kidnapping complaint at the Mumbai Amboli police station. Since it was a case of a girl's kidnapping, the police took it seriously and began their investigation. They questioned Meenakshi's friends and spoke with her mother. According to their statements, two people were involved, Amit Jaiswal and Preeti Shri. The police traced these people to Mumbai but did not find much. They then contacted the Uttar Pradesh police and investigated the homes of Amit and Preeti. They learned from Preeti's family that Amit, Preeti, and Meenakshi had come there, but left suddenly without informing anyone. By April 2nd, the kidnappers stopped sending messages from Meenakshi's phone. The Maharashtra police kept track of Meenakshi's number and her bank account, where the rupee 60,000 had been deposited. On April 14th, someone withdrew money from Meenakshi's account in the Bandra area, and her SIM card was active there. The police were alerted and sent an ATM pass to Bandra, where they arrested Amit and Preeti. They were brought to the Amboli police station, where they initially denied the crime, but eventually confessed under pressure. They revealed that Amit had an extramarital affair with Preeti while practicing law in Prayagraj. When Amit's wife found out, she threw him out of the house, after which Amit and Preeti moved to Mumbai to act in films. In Mumbai, they met a girl named Meenakshi Thapa, who claimed to be from a royal family. Amit and Preeti befriended her, gained her trust, and eventually manipulated her into giving them her ATM card. They lured her to Prayagraj with promises of a Bhojpuri film role. On March 13th, they arrived at the vacant Gulati Bangla, where Preeti's father was the watchman. On March 14th, they took Meenakshi's phone and isolated her. By March 15th, Meenakshi realized something was wrong. They were not allowing her to contact her family or leave the Bangla. An argument ensued, and in a fit of rage, Amit strangled Meenakshi. Fearing that she would reveal the truth and that the royal family would seek retribution, Amit killed her. They left the body behind and fled. Preeti took a kitchen knife from the Bangla and, under the cover of darkness, removed the body parts from the premises. They cut off Meenakshi's head, put it in a plastic bag, and traveled to the Prayagraj bus stand. They boarded a bus to Jaunpur, where they disposed of the plastic bag and knife in a deserted area on the Prayagraj-Varanasi highway. They then traveled by road to Mumbai. On March 17th, they resumed sending kidnapping messages from Meenakshi's phone, demanding money. When they realized that Meenakshi was not from a royal family and that the police were searching for her, they stopped sending threats to her mother. They continued to withdraw money from her account until they were arrested. The police tracked down the evidence, including the body, which had been buried in a septic tank behind Gulati Bangla. The local police in Prayagraj, along with Mumbai police, excavated the septic tank and found the body, minus the head. Amit and Preeti led the police to the area where they had discarded the head and knife. The police recovered these items, and with sufficient evidence, Amit and Preeti were charged. They were found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment on May 11, 2018.